Ever wondered why Amish households run smoothly all week while modern homes feel constantly chaotic? It's not about working harder, it's Sunday preparation, creating effortless weekdays. One day of systematic planning eliminates a week of stress, decision fatigue, and reactive scrambling. This is the forgotten rhythm of household preparation. Saturday cleaning. The weekly preparation actually begins on Saturday when Amish households conduct thorough cleaning that creates the foundation for a smoothly functioning week. This isn't light tidying or spot cleaning, it's comprehensive top to bottom cleaning, ensuring the home enters Sunday and the new week in complete order. The cleaning follows a systematic room by room approach rather than random attention to whatever seems dirty. Bedrooms are stripped and remade with fresh linens. Floors throughout the house are swept and mopped. Kitchen surfaces are scrubbed clean. Bathrooms receive thorough attention. Windows are washed if needed. The wood stove area is cleaned of ash and wood debris. Every family member participates according to age and ability. Young children dust lower surfaces and pick up toys. Older children handle more demanding tasks like floor washing or bathroom cleaning. Teenagers work alongside parents on heavy tasks requiring strength or skill. This family cooperation transforms what would be overwhelming individual labor into manageable shared work completed in several hours. Meal planning. After Sunday worship services and the midday meal, Amish women sit down with paper and pencil for the week's most important planning session, creating the complete menu for the 7 days ahead. This isn't vague ideas about what might be cooked, it's specific meals assigned to specific days based on family schedule, available ingredients, and seasonal realities. The planning considers what work days look like. Monday is washing day, requiring simple meals that don't demand attention. Tuesday might allow more elaborate baking alongside regular cooking. Wednesday's mending day suggests meals prepared mostly in advance. The week's rhythm of household tasks shapes the meal planning rather than meals being planned in isolation. Seasonal foods and preserved items guide menu choices. In summer, fresh garden vegetables feature prominently. Winter menus rely more heavily on root cellar storage, canned goods, and preserved meats. The planning matches meals to what's actually available rather than requiring special shopping trips for exotic ingredients. The decision fatigue eliminated by this single planning session cannot be overstated. Planning 7 dinners takes perhaps 20 minutes on Sunday, but saves hours of daily decision-making and the stress of realizing at 4 p.m. that you have no idea what's for dinner. Washing preparation. Sunday evening brings laundry preparation for Monday's washing, the most physically demanding and time-consuming weekly household task that requires advanced organization to execute efficiently. The sorting happens Sunday night, with all family members bringing dirty clothes to the washing area where items are separated into logical loads. White items together, dark colors separate, heavily soiled work clothes forming another category. This advanced sorting means Monday morning begins with immediate washing rather than spending an hour organizing laundry. The washing area itself is prepared, tubs positioned, washboards accessible, wringer assembled if used, soap and washing supplies gathered and ready. Water heating begins early Monday morning, but Sunday preparation ensures everything else is ready, so the washing can start immediately once water reaches temperature. Drying arrangements are planned based on Monday's weather forecast. If rain threatens, indoor drying racks are positioned. If sun is expected, outdoor lines are checked and repaired if needed. Space is cleared for the massive volume of wet laundry a large family generates. The Monday schedule is mentally structured around washing. Simple breakfast requiring minimal attention. Dinner prepared in advance or using simple ingredients. Other household tasks postponed or minimized because washing dominates the day. This tradition of Monday washing dates back generations when commercial laundries didn't exist and before washing machines made the task less time intensive. The rhythm continues because the consistency itself provides structure. Everyone knows Monday means washing, planning around this certainty rather than washing happening randomly whenever someone feels motivated. Baking schedule. Bread baking represents another major weekly task requiring Sunday preparation and scheduled execution throughout the week. Most Amish families consume multiple loaves weekly, making regular baking essential rather than optional. Sunday afternoon or evening, sourdough starters are fed and refreshed for the week's baking ahead. These living cultures require regular feeding, mixing flour and water into the starter, maintaining the yeast and bacteria colonies that leaven bread naturally without commercial yeast. The fed starters sit overnight, developing the fermentation needed for Tuesday's baking. The baking schedule follows predictable patterns, typically Tuesday and Thursday or Wednesday and Saturday, depending on family preference and consumption rate. A family of 8 might bake 6 loaves Tuesday, lasting until Thursday when another 6 loaves are made, carrying through the weekend. Ingredients are verified during Sunday planning. Flour bins are checked, ensuring sufficient supply for the week's baking. If flour runs low, it's added to the shopping list or obtained from community mills before baking day arrives. Running out of flour mid-baking creates frustrating delays, so advanced checking prevents this problem. Baking days are planned with lighter schedules accommodating the time bread requires. Dough mixing in the morning, rising through midday, shaping and second rise in afternoon. Baking in late afternoon produces fresh bread for dinner, a rhythm requiring presence in the home rather than away doing other work. The consistent baking schedule means fresh bread is always available without daily baking labor. Children learn to expect bread baking on certain days, sometimes helping with measuring, kneading, or shaping dough skills transmitted through this regular practice. The planning eliminates the feast or famine pattern where bread runs out unexpectedly, requiring emergency baking that disrupts other planned work. Garden and preservation. During the growing season, Sunday preparation includes assessing what the garden will produce this week and planning preservation work to capture harvest at peak ripeness before it spoils timing-sensitive work requiring advanced coordination. The garden walkthrough happens Sunday afternoon when the woman examines plants, noting what will be ready for harvest this week. Tomatoes showing color will be ripe by Wednesday. Beans have reached picking size and need harvesting Tuesday. Cucumbers are sizing up for Thursday picking. This assessment creates the week's preservation schedule. Preservation equipment and supplies are gathered in advance. Canning jars are pulled from storage, washed, and made ready. Lids and rings are inventoried with shortages added to shopping lists. The water bath canner or pressure canner is checked and positioned for use. Preparing these materials Sunday prevents scrambling when harvest arrives. The week's schedule is adjusted to accommodate preservation work. If Wednesday brings anticipated tomato harvest, that day is kept relatively clear for the hours of blanching, peeling, and canning tomatoes require. Other planned work is shifted to different days or postponed if it conflicts with time-sensitive food preservation. Weather watching becomes crucial during harvest season. If rain threatens to split ripening tomatoes or knock beans from plants, harvest timing may shift from the Sunday plan. The flexibility comes from having a plan allowing intelligent adjustment rather than reacting randomly to whatever happens. Family help is coordinated in advance. Older children are assigned to harvest while mother prepares for preservation. Younger children hull strawberries or snap beans, age-appropriate tasks contributing to family food security. This advanced planning prevents the common problem where garden produce ripens faster than it can be processed, leading to waste that undermines all the work invested in growing food. Systematic Sunday assessment and weekly planning ensure harvest is captured and preserved efficiently. Mending and sewing. Wednesday traditionally serves as mending and sewing day, requiring Sunday preparation, gathering items needing repair, and organizing materials for the week's sewing work. The mending basket is reviewed Sunday, with each family member contributing clothing or household linens needing repair. Torn seams, missing buttons, holes in garments, ripped aprons all are collected in one location rather than scattered throughout the house. This gathering allows the woman to see the full scope of mending work and plan Wednesday accordingly. Sewing supplies are organized and inventoried. Thread colors needed for the week's mending are verified and added to shopping lists if missing. Buttons, snaps, and fasteners are checked against mending needs. Needles are counted, ensuring sufficient supply. This advanced preparation prevents mid-sewing discoveries that critical supplies are missing. Beyond mending, new sewing projects are planned. If children need new clothing for growth or seasonal changes, fabric is selected and cutting patterns are prepared Sunday. If household linens need replacement, projects are organized in priority order. This planning converts sewing from random work done when urgency demands to systematic progress through planned projects. The Wednesday schedule is kept relatively clear, accommodating the focus sewing requires. Simple meals are planned for that day, other household work is minimized. The protected time allows completion of mending and progress on larger projects rather than sewing becoming fragmented work squeezed between other demands. This systematic approach prevents the emergency sewing that happens when children literally have no clean clothing without holes, or when household linens fail suddenly. Regular Wednesday work maintains everything in good repair through preventive maintenance rather than crisis response. Market and shopping. Weekly shopping trips are planned Sunday based on the week's menus, identified supply shortages, and scheduled trips to town coordinated with family logistics. The shopping list is comprehensive, compiled from multiple sources, items needed for the week's planned meals, pantry, and household supplies noted during Sunday inventory, special ingredients for planned baking or preservation work. This complete list prevents the multiple trips modern households make because they forgot essential items. The shopping is coordinated with transportation logistics. If the husband makes a weekly trip to town for business or community obligations, the shopping can happen during his trip. If special transportation is needed, it's arranged in advance rather than realized at the last minute when the buggy isn't available or the weather turns bad. Bulk purchasing is planned for items used regularly. Rather than buying 1 pound of sugar or a single container of oats, the shopping includes larger quantities that will last weeks or months. This bulk approach reduces shopping frequency while taking advantage of better pricing on larger quantities. Community stores versus town shopping is strategically planned. Items available from nearby Amish stores are purchased there, supporting community businesses and reducing travel. Items requiring town trips are consolidated into less frequent but larger purchasing events. The advanced planning converts shopping from frequent reactive trips into organized, efficient purchasing that supports the week's planned activities without disruption or wasted time. Children's Week organization. Sunday preparation includes organizing Children's Week school preparation, chore assignments, and teaching moments planned to maintain household function while supporting children's development. School supplies and clothing for the week are reviewed and prepared Sunday evening. Books and materials needed for Monday are gathered. Clothing for the week is confirmed, clean, and ready. Lunch is planned based on the week's menu and available foods. This preparation ensures smooth Monday morning departures without scrambling for forgotten items. The week's chore assignments are confirmed with each child understanding their responsibilities. Older children know which days they'll help with specific tasks: gathering eggs, feeding animals, helping with meal preparation, caring for younger siblings. This clarity prevents daily negotiations about who does what. Teaching moments and skill development are incorporated into the week's plan. If a daughter is learning bread baking, Tuesday becomes her practice day.